Hello and welcome back. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Arumba's Assay Golden Horde episode series file thing. Alright, so we are still bankrupt. We still have loans to pay off. This is episode 4, I believe. Let's take a look and just see. In the Novgorod node, we have three potential estuary things we can upgrade. Even though we have loans and stuff, I think we're going to upgrade these because I was looking at the trade power in the nodes. So, Genoa's got 61 ducats in it. Can't do anything with that. Venice has got 32. We've gotten Novgorod up to 36 now. If you look at it, though, look at the value in the node versus the trade power in the node. In the Novgorod node, there's a lot of money, very little trade power. So anything we can do to increase our trade power is going to massively increase the relative share that we have in that node. We have 58% right now. So I think these upgrades are going to be worth it. It's 200 gold each. That one is not a state. You know what? That would have been probably a better state in that case than the Dimmy estate that we did down there. However, when it comes to upgrading emporiums in your subjects, when you integrate their land, the trade things get downgraded. So you usually don't want to upgrade them to avoid like wasting money, right? Like if I spend 200 ducats right now, I can upgrade it. We gain 5 more provincial trade power, which is good. But then when we integrate the subject in the future, we lose 200 ducats. However, it's such a really good ratio of low trade power in the node, I think it's still worth it. So we're going to upgrade his as well. And let's see how our trade income shakes out in the near future. 29.92 ducats in income from trade. Becomes 30.45. But remember, we lost 2 ducats because we had a merchant traveling. We just gained another merchant. Why is our merchant count getting toggled? Are we, like, losing relative share? We are not quite getting enough trade power in some of these trade company regions. So in Mishar, Burma region, the Burma Charter, Mishar, Burma Charter, we lack a little bit of trade power, and so we're missing out on our bonus. There's a emporium here. Let's upgrade that one. Oh, we're so close on all of these. It's not due to occupations. Let's upgrade this. Honestly, I think that this is definitely worth spending money on. Didn't realize we were so close to having merchant bonuses from all of them. Perhaps this player had actually intentionally gotten the exact amount that he needed for the merchants and then moved on to the next node. Mishar North in something? I can't see it. One of the few drawbacks. North India company, probably. It's probably due to the occupations right now. Lost control of no estuaries. It's also possible that we lost all the trade company investments, and that's why we don't have 50% anymore. This is not owned by us. Delhi is not owned by us. Agra, level 1. Let's upgrade that. And in this case, also inflation, like, I do think we should, let's just run this thing for now. It's going to cost us a little bit of annual inflation, but increase trade power and, like, massively ramp up our merchant count. 12.8% in Mishar, Indochina. Yeah, that one's not going to happen, though. Okay, Bengal was where I wanted to send that merchant. If we're going to have all these extra merchants, I think we probably are going to want one more in Novgorod. Like, in the capital node. Next month, we'll get the extra merchants. We gotta wait a little while. Alright, we're only like 2 months away from the bankruptcy ending. We have some inflation to work off. We've got state maintenance is fairly high. We're losing some of our sacrificial mercs that are just trying their best to unoccupy provinces. This army is going to not fight until after we end the bankruptcy. 3 more merchants is glorious. glorious primarily because we can really, really get a lot more transfer bonuses out of it. We'll transfer here because it'll increase the outgoing value and also give us an extra 10% in the capital node. And then in Siberia, it's going into Samarkand, and then from Samarkand, some of it's going the wrong way, so let's send a merchant to here as well. Yumen, I think, can only go in one direction, so we're fine. Alright, that's not exactly ideal. I was hoping to avoid that until the bankruptcy was over, but I wasn't paying attention. It's a sprawling empire, what can I say? Shock damage received. Let's spread out again. I'm going to take one infantry to Garwal. This whole army can go to here. So I got to deal with all those rebels. That fort is a mountain, which is high priority. Let's actually march there, and hopefully we can relieve that before it falls, if we get lucky. These two can go take care of those and that. You can just stay where you are. And bankruptcy ends in... It's done. It's over. We're out of bankruptcy. We're making 2 ducats a month now. So, these interest loans, see how they still say 8%? Always wait 1 month. Watch the interest rate. Right now we're paying 38.6 ducats a month in interest. On the next monthly tick, because we're no longer bankrupt, that interest rate will update and go down to 3%. And then the total repayment, to totally repay our loans, would cost 5,059 ducats right now. Wait and see what it is in the future. You're going to be surprised. Maybe. Can invite a scholar. Aggressive expansion impact or an extra merchant. Well, why not get some more merchants? Merchants are good. We like merchants. Some of this money's going the wrong way. Let's send a merchant here. And try to send it where we want it. Got Tibetan separatists. We're now trading in cotton. Making 35.73 ducats a month. Trade income is up to 50.03. And that number was what, 5,000? You have enough money to pay it all off? Oh, well, you know what? It was only trying to pay off 3 of my loans. Crap. Well, I'm right. The interest rate's down to 3 now. I guess if it was like 5,000, like 60 or something, I think. 5,060 divided by 3 times 4. It was going to be like 6,700, 6,800, something like that. Someone else can check my math, but basically we just saved 500 ducats by waiting for the interest rate to go down. Now I'll pay off all the loans. We're debt-free. We're making 50 ducats a month. I still think we need to get rid of some of the artillery. The ratio is still bad. Now that we're not losing money, let's turn on all of our forts because we want to make sure that we have devastation going away. Also, we're so far into the campaign that we can build Star Fort 3s, like Fort 3, which means we're really lacking army tradition from forts. Since the bankruptcy's over, we definitely want to... See, 15, you have 21, okay. We definitely want to do these battles, just get rid of these stupid rebels at this point. Of course that's going to fall because I'm looking at it. No, it did not. Awesome. Death of a merchant, gain some money, or get a skill 1 National Unrest Theologian. Well, we can actually afford this half price 3, so the prestige would be nice, but let's just take the money in this case. Since we're no longer bankrupt, let's hire regular advisors. I still feel like we're in really, really weak economy mode, so I would prefer... Are you a half-price advisor somehow? You must, yeah, you actually are. That's awesome. 2, 2, 8. Okay, full price, these guys. Let's take the discipline advisor back. I think he was hired when I started. Only making 15 ducats now. Hopefully that fort still doesn't fall. And we have one last merchant who's arriving soon. Trade income's at 54 ducats. One more dice roll. Come on, 50-50. 50-50. Do we get to keep it? Nice. Oh, they got a disease outbreak. That's beautiful. Luck be a lady. That's pretty nice. Okay, they're picking off some of our opportunist mercs. .3 stack down there. This army is gonna just come over to here. You know what? I'm just gonna path through the army, and then we will mostly take care of the other occupations with little 1-stack mercs to unoccupy. I want some more kamikaze unoccupiers. They just distract the rebels and like keep them from doing anything too bad. We've got 32 months, about 2-3 years to clean this all up. This is letting us know that we can use our thing to propagate religion. I don't think we need to do that. Let's just not do it. Looks like our ships have arrived. We're now protecting trade. We have 80% control here now. Who has the rest of it? Sweden's got 14%. Smugglers dominating. Let's see. Our rivals are not Sweden. See, the thing is, the game will give you this really big, scary warning that says, hey, you've got bad embargoes. But sometimes, and I believe this is probably one of those times, it makes sense to embargo a non-rival. It's not just like a binary, never embargo, not your rivals. Right? I mean, it's probably kind of obvious to some people, but I think it's worth mentioning. Let's have you go take care of that. You can take care of that. You're going to go there. So let's take a look. We're making 55 ducats from trade. I'm going to embargo Sweden. Game's going to immediately pop up a thing saying, no, it's costly. Your trade efficiency is reduced. So trade efficiency is this number. We're going to basically do this. We're going to go from 55.21. I'll actually put the calculator up for this. 55.21 is our current monthly income with a 37% efficiency bonus on top of whatever we're making. But that's actually already factoring in the trade embargo. Let me see if the... Yeah, last month's trade income was 55.21. So this is the previous month's income. Let's just add those up. 12 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10 minus 10 minus 5 is 37. Right, so it's already factored in the 5% penalty. So we actually had that plus 5. So 37 plus 5 is 42. So you take 55.21 divided by 1.42, because we had a 42% multiplier on top of our base collection value. So without that, we would be making 38.88. Next month, because of the 5% trade efficiency penalty, we're only going to get 1.37 multiplier. We're going to have 53.26 income from trade. So that embargo is effectively costing us, if nothing else changed, about 2 ducats a month. So all we need to do is gain enough control out of this node to make up that 2 ducats, and then even though the game's like freaking out saying, hey, you should turn this off, it will potentially make us a profit. Let's just do a quick check to see if we can actually harass any of our tributaries. That's it as far as those go. We have diplomats free. Let's improve relations with... We're already improving with Jumla. Let's go improve relations with Lithuania. Noble plot. This is concerning. We're going to lose stab. It's fine. It happens. Unfortunately, we've lost a siege of a thing. We do want positive stab, but we have a huge lack of Republican tradition right now, which is really quite unfortunate. Hopefully with level 3 advisors, we can get that back. Let's promote you to level 3 because you are a half-price advisor. So we made 55.88 ducats from trade there, despite the trade efficiency penalty, and we now have 83% control. I forgot to write the number down, and so I can't tell if we're actually making more or if it's... I think it's like about the exact same, isn't it? Maybe 0.6 ducats more. These states are fairly inexpensive to maintain. The development's quite low. Might make sense to run the trade power edict here, because it's in the Novgorod node. And we did pay to upgrade those things. We actually still have some positive income, so again, I'm gonna leave that embargo active. I want to build some buildings, particularly marketplaces are one of the highest priority buildings, especially in places like, say, Moscow, where we just upgraded it. If I had to choose between a marketplace and a trade depot, though, notice the difference in price. 3 times as much for double the benefit versus 1 times the price for 1 times the benefit. Let's just do the cheap version first in every estuary that we have. Basically, everything at the top of this list is going to be provinces where we have, well, wow, 38 development. It's just, that's a lot of development. But, are these not all estuaries, actually? It could be level 1 estuaries is the problem. Let's do marketplaces. Man, I highly doubt that our subject has forgotten to build marketplaces. There is no marketplace in Pskov. Let's build one for him here. Penza is, I just searched it, is actually in a node nearby, so three provincial trade power, I'll actually take that. Alright, I gotta get these rebels taken care of. Somehow we have land down there as well. That's gonna be a pain to deal with. How'd that happen, I wonder? I feel like that army is probably coming straight for us. Let's get that army off of there. So the 12 stack was on his way. We've got Oirat peasants. Looks like most of the unrest has been dealt with as far as like new rebellions, and now it's just a matter of cleaning up the existing problems. So this army doesn't need to be trying to unsiege, it just needs to be fighting. Let's go take care of that. And let's take our other 2 diplomats and top off relations with more of our vassals or other relations. Okay, you are going to go to here since that guy's distracted. You're going to go take care of that. We've got some manpower, not much. Heresy or missionary strength and tech cost penalty. I'm not going to convert things. It's just 1 province, so it can have some unrest. That's fine. Get those rebels taken care of. You're going to there, and you're going to there. Gotta get something heading down to Janagar. Are these also... God damn, we have rebels on the islands? Yuck. You go all up to there. As soon as you're done, you go to Nedong. You're going to hide until he comes back, because he's definitely going to come back into our lands. You're going to go fight that... Well, actually, how... Ah, shoot, that garrison is huge. Whoa, we actually have a level 6 fort, huh? Probably, like, the only one we own. We've got 23 months to take care of Dhaka, Chittagong, all this stuff. We've got to do some more of our kamikaze merc unsiegers, otherwise those provinces are going to fall. Trade company gets upset? That's the shame, really. Okay, these 2 armies can band together, and they're going to go take care of that rebel. Let's consolidate that. Apparently I turned my webcam on a while back. I didn't realize I had done that for this episode. I chose the wrong scene. Hi! I'm professional. I know what I'm doing. I get paid to do this, I swear. All right, that rebel's done. Let's go ahead and consolidate. Regulars out. Now I feel all embarrassed. I'm feeling all like camera shy. I'm gonna turn it off. Bye. I'm gone now. All right, no, it is actually time to wrap up the episode though. So let's take a look at where we started. So we had, again, I keep referring to the exact same screen, but we were spending 9.66 ducats on advisors. We now have 2 half-price advisors, admin and dip. We have a full-price level 1 discipline advisor. State maintenance is slightly lower, 10.49 versus 11.89. Interest is gone, we have no debt. Fort maintenance is higher because we are paying for all of the forts now, which means we're getting more army tradition. We're not converting anything. Army maintenance is about the same because I've been using mercs to help kamikaze and unoccupy the rebel occupied holdings. Fleet maintenance is about the same, but the most important change is that we're now making 167 ducats gross versus 90.56, 54 ducats in trade versus 20. That's a 34 ducat a month increase in gross income. That's basically what the player who submitted the save was spending on artillery in extra gross income. Also, because we have like the burghers and the clergy and the effects of zero autonomy from those estates, we're now making 40 ducats a month in production income, 58 ducats a month in taxes, and soon we're going to start buying down inflation. In fact, we could actually do that now. We do have the corruption that we're going to have to work off. I mean, that is one of the drawbacks, but basically with the corruption, we're getting rid of the interest penalties, and we're instead diffusing the cost of our economic problems over a longer period of time. Instead of having 5-year high interest cycles, we're going to spread out the cost of this whole crap over like 10 to 20 years. And it's going to be more overall, but because it's spread out, it's easier to deal with, and it's going to allow us to stabilize the economy. In fact, we could even start wheedling it out a little bit. I usually like to go on like 0.12 breakpoints. Like, if you go 0.12, then that's going to do 0.1 every month because it's this number divided by 12, right? So 0.12 equals every month this will go down a little bit. So if I can't, I could go all the way up to like 0.24. Start working that down. 15 ducats a month spent on that is fine. But to be honest, it's not a big problem. Like, I would just, it's fine. Let's just harness some income for a while. I feel like we're getting close. Probably gonna wrap up this this assay soon, but like my goal is not to play it out for him and like do the wars and everything, but we still have some rebels to clean up, so at least 1 or 2 more episodes. We'll see. I'm gonna take it right here. I'll see you again in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.